or vertical. We're good.
Yeah, exactly. So, this Jennings Trophy thing, I mean, the fact we're even talking about it, compared to the state of this team when you took over, is quite remarkable. What would it mean to you?
I think it would mean a lot to the players. They've worked very hard. They've taken great pride in that goals against all year long. They've figured out that you play good defense in this league, you're going to have success. So they've been committed to it. Our goaltending has been outstanding, obviously, both of them. It's been very consistent, but it's a testament to the players that they've gone out night in and night out. And yeah, it always hasn't gone our way. That's not going to happen. But they've been committed to it from day one. And it started last year. We made big improvements last year. It wasn't good enough last year, but it's a lot better this year.
It's a difficult transition for a team to make, isn't it?
It is. Absolutely it is. And it doesn't happen overnight. So the fact that it's taken this long doesn't surprise me. You just don't flip a switch. Again, you're changing habits of how you play the game. It's not breaking it. So they're used to playing one way for a long time, and then you have to change some habits. But the only way that happens is if the players buy in. So give the players a lot of credit.
A win tomorrow would match what this team did in 2017-18, which was its best regular season ever. What does that mean? What would it mean?
Listen, we just want to get this team ready for the Colorado, right? We want to play the right way, and that's the most important thing.
These kind of games difficult sometimes. Everything's locked up.
Yeah, you even look at last night. I think there were times that we were looking ahead, right? I think it's human nature. So we got a little distracted. We got a little bit off our game. But again, we came in. We talked about it after the second. They went out and played a really strong third period. So. Yeah, it is difficult. You're playing 82 games now. You want the playoffs to start, but both teams we have a game to play tomorrow night. We want to go out there and play with good habits and play the right way and get ready for Colorado.
Rick, just one more on the Jennings. I think we had asked a few weeks ago, but just about LB and that management of trying to get him to the magic number of 25. Obviously, that's not going to happen.
But that's a rule. Honestly, I don't understand.
Yeah.
I don't understand why the backup has to play a certain amount. I really don't understand that one.
Yeah.
Right? So I know it's the league rule, and we all live by it. Do I understand it? Absolutely not. So what happens if he plays 24 games and he doesn't qualify for it? Anyways, whatever.
Yeah.
He's played great hockey, and that's the bottom line.
Right. And I guess in hindsight, I mean, these games have all had meaning up to this point, so you didn't want to just play around with it to throw him in for a minute just to get him an appearance. Right?
No, we're not going to do that.
Yeah.
The team comes first. It does, above all individuals. Yeah. So the team has to come first, and that's the situation. Yeah, we're not going to make a mockery of it. We're doing the right things. We're going to take a professional approach to it.
From what you just said, I mean, people toss the term meaningless game around. It's not a meaningless game tomorrow. There's a lot at stake, including you win. You guys are second in the West, which could potentially mean something down the road for home ice in a later round, right?
Yep.
So what's the mindset in terms of your lineup tomorrow, rest versus rust? We saw a few guys had, Morgan gets banged up. Josh has that tumble into the boards. Gabe gets a stick to the face. Yeah. Do you worry about kind of guys getting hurt in a game that in the sense it doesn't mean anything in the standings per se?
But again, you have to play the game. So, and when you go out there, you've got to be prepared to go out there and play the right way. So we're talking to some of our guys, and some guys want to play the 82 games, so we're going to give them that opportunity. If some guys want to take the night off, we're going to give them that opportunity. So we're still going through all of that right now. But there's certain guys that want to play 82 games, and they want to play. They're going to. So that means they're into the game, right? So we'll let them play.
I realize maybe you'd be better positioned to answer this than tomorrow morning. But would the expectation be your 5 scratches from last night? You'd probably get them all in tomorrow.
That would be a good bet.
Right.
And LB will play tomorrow.
LB the whole game.
Yeah.
Okay. And then I guess the other natural question. I know the Moose are playing tonight, and it's a meaningful game for them. Yeah.
We're not touching that. So the Moose have to focus on what they have to do tonight. We'll work with that after. Yeah. But Morgan will not be out. Morgan will be out tomorrow.
Right. Sorry. And
it's a lower body, and it's day to day at this point.
At this point, though, do you have concerns about his availability for Game 1? Or?
Not yet. We'll see. We're still getting evaluated. Yeah. All good?
Rick, when you look at the way the team went into the playoffs last season, how do you assess kind of the difference this season in terms of performance, but also maybe confidence level?
Confidence levels should be very high. I thought, we all know we didn't finish the year great last year, and we were scrambling at the end to get in. That's the bottom line. This year, we're not scrambling to get in early. I think we're much better prepared going into this playoffs than we were last year. We're a better team this year than we were this time last year. There's no question. We're a more committed team. Now, we're playing a great team that won the Stanley Cup a couple years ago. So we know what we're up against. But all I can tell you is this team today is much better prepared to start the playoffs, whenever that is, than we were last year.
And does that include mentally too, do you
Yes.
think? The feeling about the group?
Yeah, they feel good about themselves. They feel good about the way they're playing, the way we play. They feel good. They've accepted it. They've adjusted to it, and they feel good about it. And they know what we look like when we're playing well, and they know what we look like when we don't, and that's important. That they recognize that it can't always come from us every shift, right? They've got to recognize. They've got to talk about those things on the bench between periods. Those are the conversations you want your players to have. Okay, we're better than this. As a line, talking the defensive pairing, we got to do this better. So those are conversations that have to take place, that are taking place, and that's a sign that they're committed and they're bought in.
And that's a different level than last season.
Yes.